Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be.
It is truly an honor for me to be here again. This is my third year, and I thank you, Al, for letting me participate in this, because I feel that nothing is more important to our community, to our city, and to our nation than the youth of this country. Many of you may remember my father, Horace Heidt, who was a band leader, and he spent a good 30 years of his life doing it was called the original Youth Opportunity Program. He went from city to city discovering young talented people and then bringing them here to Hollywood to make it. And some of the people that were with him was Gordon McCrae, Al Hirt, Art Carney, Frankie Carl. The King sisters were originally with my father, and many, many others. So youth has been a very important part of the Heidt family's lives. I'm proud to carry it on, and I'm now a father. I have a little baby girl, Monica. She's 1 year old, and I'm more serious about this than ever. I really feel if all of us would turn our attention from ourselves and our problems to helping the youth of our community and country, that we would have a far, far better society. And I really applaud all the members of this council for doing just that. It makes me now even more honored to present this next lady with this Humanitarian Award. This event publicly recognizes members of the community who have given extraordinarily of their time, talent, or treasure in ways that benefit the quality of life in the community. This award is being presented to you or to our recipient for the many years of devotion, concern, and dedication to the performing arts, and to your students at the American National Academy, which is an asset and a vital part of the community. I have to say, and Dorothy, would you mind coming up here? Why? Because I want everybody to see you. That this is a especially great moment for me, because I am a graduate of that academy. And I swear that had I had glasses then, I would have been a great actor. But I couldn't read the scripts, and my eyes were failing me. Well, I'm just kidding. But Francis Lederer and Marion Lederer were two individuals that were dear friends of my mother, Adeline. And I was in this program, and it is one of the great programs in our valley for young people. Numerous stars have come out of it. It's right over here in Studio City, right? But before I give you the certificates, I would like to just tell all of you a little bit about Dorothy. Dorothy Barrett is founder, director of the Academy Children's Workshop, administrative director, and member of the faculty of the American National Academy of Performing Arts, has been in the theater most of her life. She has dedicated her life to children for the past 32 years. Her first dancing teacher at the age of 7 was the world-famous originator of the staircase dance, Eddie Mack. And so Miss Barrett danced all the staircases of the Orpheum circuit in her own tap dancing act for 4 years. She has been in numerous plays and movies. Some of the plays that she was in was the Earl Carroll Vanities. She was on Broadway and Beat the Band, and she did Louisiana Purchase, Billy Rose's Diamond Horseshoe, and again Panama Hattie. These Broadway successes placed Dorothy under the direction of some of the greatest choreographers in the world, and I'm going to spare all of you my trying to pronounce their names, and then you won't believe I graduated from the Academy. I did graduate, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. Okay. And this is why Dorothy is one of the great masters of choreography. In 1945, Dorothy Barrett played her first lead in the RKO picture Hot Money, which was nominated for the Academy Award. It was a segment of This Is America. Dorothy represented the average American girl in this documentary story of inflation. Subsequently, under contract to Paramount, she appeared in all of their major musical motion pictures, having done small bits in such classics as Gone with the Wind and The Wizard of Oz in 1938 and 39, and hundreds of motion pictures in the 1940s, such as Variety Girl, Nocturne, Mildred Pierce, another classic motion picture. Already at that time, Miss Barrett opened her first dancing school for children and staged the gigantic Scouts Dance Festival with a cast of 87 at the Shrine Auditorium, which led to her being honored by the Red Cross of America for her work with children. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for me to present to this fabulous lady the Humanitarian Award.
Thank you so much. That is so beautiful. Thank you. Excuse my glasses. With all my heart, I thank you for this lovely tribute. I would like to tell you why this award means so much to me. When I was a little girl, I went to dancing school with the neighbor children. I couldn't join the class, however, because my family couldn't afford to give me lessons. I memorized all the steps and went home and practiced. I got so good at this procedure that the parents sent their daughters to my garage to dance with me. But one day the class organized a club and everyone knew the password except me. It was arranged that way, I think. You see, I didn't really belong to the class, but I thought I was their friend. So I sat on a bench in a large room whenever they had a club meeting. I wasn't allowed in, and I was lonely. I promised myself then that when I grew up, if ever I could do something to help children who wanted to dance, I would do so. That would be my goal. Now, for 32 years, I have had my prayers answered. And with the Academy Children's Workshop, I'm not lonely anymore. And I must, however, make reference to our great director, Francis Leder. None of these years would have been possible without his example. He sets the precedent, and we work diligently because of his example. None of us have ever received remuneration in 32 years, financial remuneration, but love we have. Now I would like to introduce some of these dear, dear people who have been so kind to contribute their services as I have. Hannah Konopek, she's our ballet teacher. Would you come up here, please? For 23 years without pay. How about that? Without remuneration, as all of the others have. And there is Louise Keyword, would you please come up? Who has worked closely with the children for 19 years. And now we have Kathy Wilkinson, whose loyalty is unsurpassed, teaching ballet, jazz, tap, and song interpretation. And last, but not least, is our precious Karina Konopek, who has been with the Academy since she was 4 years old. And she now teaches ballet, jazz, tap, and acting. I must tell you some cute little anecdote about a little note about Karina. When she was 4 years old, we were performing at the Hollywood Bowl, and I had a large recorder. It was very heavy, about 6 times her size. She was only about that high, and I was talking to a man on the corner in the bowl, and I said, how am I going to get this recorder up the hill? We have to go to the first level. And he said, well, we'll figure it out. So when I looked around and turned around, and what did I see but Karina, this little tiny thing, pushing the recorder all the way up the hill by herself. And so I said, Karina, stop, you'll hurt yourself. And she said, don't touch it, Dorothy, it's heavy. And I have never forgotten it. And she's been here ever since. Okay, and now, to close, I will say, I cannot go without mentioning my dear friend Guya Coyle, who helps the school whenever she can for many years. Will you come up here too? And our wonderful friend, Helen Parkinson, please, who gives us moral support. And I thank you all with all my heart.
Dorothy is such a remarkable lady. She's the only honoree I've ever seen that gives out certificates to her staff the same moment she's
I
being
just had
honored.
to, because this is really part theirs too. And thank you all very, very much.
Well, we love you, Dorothy. God bless.